I wonder if you've noticed that after God had called Moses and remarkably turned his rod into a snake and then back into a rod, his hand leprous and then clear again, extraordinary miracles put in his hand, and commissioned him to go, persuaded him to go. You read these extraordinary words. The Lord drew near to kill Moses. What? Kill Moses? Why would you kill Moses? And it doesn't tell you what was actually happening. Was he very sick? And did they wonder, is he gonna die? Is it God? Or did they see an angel with a sword drawn or something? It doesn't explain. It just says God drew near to kill him. And then an extraordinary thing happens. It says that his wife, Zipporah, circumcised the son, and then God withdrew and the crisis was over. You think, what on earth was that all about? God going to kill Moses? Well, if you see the book, which I hope you might get, you'll find it's explained there. The reality was this, that Moses is the person most of all associated with the law. He is the lawgiver. Sometimes in the New Testament, when it really means the law, it says the name Moses. It's that identified with law. And thus far, God had only given one law. It was, circumcise your son on the 8th day. And the great lawgiver, who was going to go in God's name, had not obeyed the one law God had given. So at home, he wasn't keeping the law. He was going to be a public figure who was not consistent at home, and as such was qualified. God was going to put him to death. The great Moses, God was going to put him to death. So very quickly, Zipporah, his wife, circumcised the boy. Interestingly enough, nothing is mentioned. God doesn't say what the problem is. It's like they knew what the problem was. You got anything secret in your life? An area of compromise that God doesn't even have to say what it is. You know what it is. You know that in secret you're compromising. You see, Moses is to be God's instrument, but he'd be such a blunt instrument if he's got a bad conscience, he's got an area of secret sin. Actually, his ministry is as good as dead. When they dealt with it, and they did rapidly, it was all over. God withdrew. And Aaron, the high priest, was sent to him to embrace him, to walk with him, like our Jesus comes to us when we get things right. When we put things right, God's quick to forgive us. Jesus, our high priest, comes to us, walks with us. Moses is back on course. He's dealt with the issue. We don't know why he hadn't dealt with it before. Perhaps he tried to circumcise the child the 8th day when he should have done. Maybe his wife hated the whole rite of circumcision, which comes out in the text. Maybe just to keep the peace, he was disobeying. Maybe there's some compromise in your life where, well, if I serve God, that's going to have repercussions, so I'll just keep a low profile about it. Hey, God wants our hearts, our lives, our obedience. Then we can be useful to God. God was going to put Moses to death, but he dealt with it. All was well. He went on with God and fulfilled his ministry. Make sure you're ruthless with secret sin. So important.